A family is having a vacation on their yacht in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Ma Julia jumps into the water to swim. While resting, she feels something strange. But because she can't see anything around, she thinks that maybe it's her illusion. A few seconds later, the same strange feeling happens again. This time, too, nothing is visible, but now she gets scared and starts swimming towards the yacht. Then suddenly someone starts pulling her leg, and she starts screaming for help. She can't hear anything because of the kind of headphones her daughter is listening to. Husband Tom and son Ben are busy catching fish. Julia tries to stay on the water, but it becomes difficult to scream because of the water going into her mouth. After a while, Tom realizes that he hasn't seen Julia for a long time. He finds her on the yacht and then sees his wife in danger. He calls the kids, takes the yacht that way, and jumps into the water. He quickly reaches Julia and takes care of her and swims towards the yacht. The kids pull both of them up. The family takes care of Julia, but Julia explains to herself that maybe it happened because of the waves. Everyone celebrates Ben's birthday together at night. Cassie gets a call from her boyfriend, so she takes the laptop and goes out. In the video call, her boyfriend shows that there are big black clouds over the city. The call gets glitched and freezes. Cassie comes to tell this to the family, but Tom says that maybe the signal is weak because it is far from the ground. That's when everyone hears a voice. They all go out and see that a group of whalefish is passing by. Tom explains that the whalefish always follow the magnetic field of the Earth, but when the storm comes, they get confused. Suddenly, the yacht shakes violently, and Ben falls. Tom is worried that the yacht has not been damaged, so he dives and goes down to check. After a while, he comes back to the surface, but he has a big wound on his shoulder. Julia immediately stitches his wound. Tom says that he felt like there was a very big creature behind him in the water, but when he turned around, he was cut by the propeller. He says that whatever it was very big. Tom sees a lot of damage on the yacht, so he has to call for help. Julia tries again and again on the radio. Cassie finds the signal on the phone, but nothing works. That's when Cassie sees a strange creature and she shouts, but it's just Ben who's wearing a mask and making fun. After a while, the yacht completely shuts down and gets stuck in the middle of the sea. Julia hears a voice on the radio, but the voice is so bad that she does not understand anything. Tom tells the family that they have only 4 days of food and water left, and now they have to wait for a fishing boat. Suddenly, something is detected on the radar, and the family hears a strange voice. Everyone runs out and is surprised to see that many dolphins are falling on the ground. There are big explosions where the dolphins fall. A dolphin falls into the water near them, so Tom immediately tries to drive the yacht. The engine runs with difficulty, but then another dolphin hits that area. The family holds each other tightly out of fear. That's when Tom realizes that the fireballs that are falling are not dolphins, but satellites. At the same time, Ben sees that smoke is coming out of the yacht. Tom checks and confirms that the engine is broken. When the wind gets fast, the family hides inside the yacht without noticing that the compass is spinning very fast. The yacht starts to shake hard, Ben falls again, and this time he gets hurt. The waves are hitting the yacht fast. Tom struggles and goes out and brings the life jackets. That's when the power goes out. Tom immediately presses the power box button and the light comes back. At that time, Ben notices that blood is flowing from Julia's nose. Julia starts to feel dizzy, while Cassie goes to the sink and vomits. Tom keeps trying the radio, but does not get the signal. Suddenly, a loud, high-pitched noise comes and the wind gets even stronger. Julia tries to close the doors, but a hatch opens and the wind starts to break the windows. Tom lights a flare, and after a while, it gets dark. The next morning, the family wakes up in shock that they have been saved from the storm, but half of the yacht is destroyed. When they come out, they see that the seawater has disappeared and the yacht is stuck on the ground. Everyone is shocked to see this. Cassie checks the signal, but the network is completely down. Ben starts playing with 2 dead crickets. Tom checks the compass and sees that it is upside down. This was the last time 7 lakh years ago. Cassie thinks that her boyfriend must have died and she breaks. When Julia comes to make her understand, Cassie takes her away and goes to hide. Julia and Tom see the remaining supplies. Ben ties his birthday balloons to a stone so that maybe he can see any survivors left. Tom tries the radio again, and this time he gets connected to a man. His name is Now, and he is the captain of a submarine. His submarine is also stuck on the land. He confirms that the magnetic poles have been reversed, so the ocean has moved back and the ground has sunk. He says that he has not seen any more survivors and the communication systems are completely down. He also says that the poles will be reversed again and maybe the sea will come back in a week. He warns the family to climb as high as possible because when the water comes back, it will be very dangerous. He says that his partner was killed in the crash and there are only 3 people in the submarine. Julia and Tom tell him to please save our children. He gives them his coordinates. Tom calculates that it will take 2 to 3 days to reach the submarine. He says to the family, "Take a good rest tonight. We will leave tomorrow morning." The next morning, the family is packing their things. Then Tom sees something moving nearby. He is a lame man who has a harpoon in his hand, and a dog is constantly barking with him. Tom goes to him and gives him a bottle of water, but the man speaks in a language that Tom does not understand. After drinking water, the stranger suddenly hits the bottle on Tom's head and kicks him on the face. Julia runs away in fear, but by then it is too late. That man has already put a harpoon in Tom's stomach. Tom suffers for a while and then he also cuts his neck. Then that man runs after Julia and throws a harpoon at her, which hurts her shoulder. Julia runs into the yacht in pain and tells the children to hide. She locks the door. Cassie and Bane enter the sofa. Julia grabs them with a flare gun and hides in the bathroom with a knife. That man pushes the door hard and finally gets inside. First, he picks up some food and then starts looking here and there in the yacht. Then he goes to the bathroom, but Julia smartly comes out of a small hole. That man thinks that Julia has run away, but as soon as she starts coming out slowly, his dog sees her and starts barking. The dog slaps him, so Julia kills him with a knife. Hearing the dog scream, that man comes out and is terrified to see his dog's body. Meanwhile, Julia tries to go inside from the other side of the yacht. She climbs up and starts entering through the broken window, but that man already reaches there. He grabs her and punches her hard, causing her to fall down. Julia grabs the furniture and tries to escape, but that man kicks her and throws her away. Then he puts his foot on her wrist so that she leaves the knife. And then he grabs her hair and hits her face on the ground and throws it on the sofa and starts strangling her. The kids are watching all this. Cassie comes out and runs a flare gun, which hits that man directly. He gets up and starts spreading fire in the yacht. The kids run away immediately, but Julia comes back. She kicks him and drops him. She picks up the map and bag and runs away from there. Ben and Cassie go to their dad and start crying. Julia also sits with them, and the 3 of them say goodbye to Tom with tears. Then that scary man comes out of the yacht again, and the family starts running again. In a little while, the yacht takes off with a big blast. After walking a little distance, they stop near a small waterfall so that they can rest a little. Cassie thinks that maybe that crazy man had come to her after seeing the balloons. Hearing this, Ben starts blaming himself. Julia explains to him that there was no mistake in this and tells everyone to move forward because that man is still behind them. On the way to a small pond, Ben is surprised to see a dead hammerhead shark. That's when Julia notices that that man is going to get close to them again. Everyone runs and falls down from a sand dune where they see poisonous garbage. The family carefully crosses it and feels that they have left that man behind. On the way, they start seeing all the plastic collected under the dead animals and the sea. Ben starts walking slowly, and Julia understands that she is near dehydration. She tells everyone to stop. When she sees the water bottle, she gets a shock that the water in the bottle is almost over. Cassie realizes that maybe she didn't close the bottle properly. Julia shouts in anger that the water is over because of her carelessness. Cassie answers, "What difference does it make? Anyway, we are not going to survive." There is a long debate between the two. Still, the family keeps moving forward. After a while, they find a crashed plane. Seeing something moving inside, everyone gets scared, but they are just a few birds. The family decides that they will spend the night inside the plane. They share a little snack, and Julia gets a family photo in Tom's jacket, which breaks her heart. And the film ends here. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can keep getting such interesting videos. Thanks for watching.